there's a term that's in the Word Guide that I've just put out called stand by your work. So he's doing the talking. He can stand by his work. My books are about is counter racism, how to counter racism. So what I'm required to say, according to the counter racist code, is that he said what he said, and he can interpret what he said if anybody asks him exactly what do you mean by all of this. Because if I was talking to him and I was told to ask questions, that would be my questions. What do you mean exactly by what you're saying? What do you mean by you're saying you're conservative, that you're backing the NRA? You're backing the NRA in order to do what? What is the NRA? And what is this talk about President Obama and that you being dead sometimes next year, whatever that means, or after he's elected? What do you mean by you being dead? You being dead as a result of what? I mean, that would be my line of questioning. I want details. See, you always need details if you're going to get clarity. That's what I try to do in the books that I've written, and that is detail and clarity and focus so that we'll know what we're trying to accomplish. Now, the word American was used, that somebody being anti-American. Well, nobody's supposed to be anti-American. So, anti-American by doing what? Taking back the American dream, the codified procedures to start with just the first part of the sentence. We, the people. Okay, first of all, what people are you talking about, Mr. Nugent? Who are the people you're talking about before we move any further? See, that's that magic that people who I suspect sometimes are racist, in which the code requires me to suspect are racist to operate this way, and that is to talk fast. I mean, talk so fast that you can't really pick up on what's being said, but you know that something is being said, but you can't quite pinpoint what it is. So first thing you do is slow everything down, frame by frame, just like you do when you're going over a crime scene, because racism is a criminal procedure. It's a criminal act. All acts of racism, the existence of racism is criminal. So therefore, the whole world is a crime scene dominated by white supremacists. So the whole world is a crime scene dominated by the crime of racism. So if you're going to investigate those criminal activities, you take everything frame by painful frame. And so you start with this thing about we the people. And you say, Mr. Nugent, what do you mean when you say we, meaning we, collectively, meaning more than one, the people, more than one person? Okay? What people are you talking about? Are you including me? And if you're including me, in what frame of reference? In what context? Me doing what? And you're trying to take back what? A dream? Now, taking it back from whom? I mean, who stole a dream? Did somebody make off with a dream sometimes in the middle of the night, or what? What are you talking about? Let's take it frame by frame. See, and that's the way I'd have to walk through it. That's what I've written my book for. The compensatory code, making up for what's missing. That's what compensatory means. Making up for what's missing. And what's missing in those statements that Mr. Nugent made, apparently, is clarity. Because a lot of people are running around, including myself right now, trying to figure out, what does all that mean? Because the first thing you lose, if you're dealing with a suspected racist, I'm not saying that Mr. Nugent is a racist, but if he's white and he's on this planet in the system of white supremacy, there is a chance that he may be one. But we can find that out by examining what he says and does frame by frame.